look at this. I was being slow and I forgot to add speed triple to my screen, but I'm going to fix that right now. I was trying to let my headset charge because I forgot to charge my headset like a dummy. But now it's it should be charged enough. There we go. Now we got them added. Let's move them over here like this and like that. Let's do like this.
Fictitious.
Let's do that.
I have tried.
Hey, how come that's not showing up? Oh, wait a minute. I know how to fix that. Bam! Oh, look at there. Your name's in lights, man. You're in good shape now.
Oh, how'd you do that? That's cool.
Oh man, yeah. Hey, balls. There's always a possibility that I might spill something. I even had today. I was using the OMEC clone, and the mod itself has been really good, but the machining on the top cap it's just not right. It feels very sharp. You know what I mean? Like when you go to turn this, it feels like it could cut your hand. I could fix it by basically taking this thing off and sanding it, but it should have been done by them to start off with. The rest of it's nice and smooth. But yeah, my G-Class fell over today right on the fire button. And it was so funny because my link kept changing. It shouldn't change, Aries. I didn't do anything to make my link change. That's weird. Yeah, we need to figure out how to get a static address for me. That would probably be youtube.com/scubavapes/live. Maybe that would work. The 521 is brighter? Really, balls? That's awesome. I'm glad that they've improved the design of the 521 tab. So I didn't know. I'm not even going to vape this because I know it's going to taste terrible. So we're definitely going to, hey Don S, I know we're going to rebuild this. We're going to also do, what did you say? The Sherman? Yeah. I'll have to find my Sherman. I know it's up here somewheres on one of these mods because I use the Sherman RTA, I should say, a lot. Unless you mean the dripper. I doubt you mean the dripper.
Nope, the RTA.
Okay. Yeah, I have that around here somewheres. It's probably right in front of me and I don't see it.
You've always got that right ahead.
Well, it's usually right here, but I moved a lot of my stuff. I mean, a lot of it. And when I do that, I make it where I can't find anything. So it's like, what'd I do with that? All right, let's get that going. Hopefully that's not too loud. There we go. Hello, Dolores. All right, let me see if I see the Sherman before I go any further. Sherman. Ah, wait, is that it? Ah, found it. That looks like the Sherman, right? Sherman. So we got it. We can definitely build that. First thing I'm going to do is the OMEC, though. I need to get, I don't even know what this, what the actual cotton's going to look like. We're just going to have to figure it out. I don't know if I can, I'd have to do a lot to make your text go on the next screen, but we can figure that out too. Because when I switch over to my build cam, it's going to be like empty. I have to add you again, but that's alright. We'll figure it out. Let's see, let's get you up here. Move this over like this right here. Let's go to build cam. Why is it showing VC? I don't get that. Oh, because I need to remove those. Alright, there we go. Now let's add the new one in. Wait a minute, I got notifications in the way. People are posting, you feel left out? Oh, you posted in the group? Okay, thanks, balls. I will definitely check it out. And then I know somebody said something about they haven't got their 521 tap yet from Coilmaster. I'm pretty sure I gave him everybody's, you know, win from that. So hopefully you get it soon. I don't know. All I can do is ask and say, hey, by chance, did you find such and such's win from whatever date? Hey, Scorpio Pio. And maybe they'll get it fixed up. I don't know.
Hey, Scuba, tuck me into the lower left.
The lower left. All right. I can move you over there real quick.
Okay.
Bam. I try to get it where they can see. If they can't see, you know, I'm trying. So I went ahead and poured all the juice out of this thing. It was kind of funny because that's what I was saying a minute ago. I was riding in my car and I go, man, something smells like really good sweet cake. It smelled like cake icing. And I was like, wow, that's funny because I usually don't get that kind of smell unless I smell Nilla nuts. And that's what it was, burning in the tank. So I was like, oh, well, there you go. Your Hickey code from last week. Don S., I didn't send, I thought I sent those out, Don. Last week's wins, I sent like right out the same night. Unless I didn't get the email. I will double check. I better write that down because I will forget. Don't let me forget, Don S. Let's see if we can get this thing apart. Now, see, the weird thing on this is you can't technically spin the bottom off. It just free spins. Oh, Lord, did I just do that?
You just did. You didn't lose it, did you?
Oh, I'll never get it back on. This O-ring is... It took me 45 minutes to get this thing on. See, it has a very small gap for this O-ring to fit. So when you go to slide this back on, I'll show you exactly what it does. You try to slide this back on, and there goes the O-ring. Every time.
Oh.
It is a pain in the rear end. Very bad design. What I meant to show y'all is I'm going to stick a screwdriver in here. But, oh well. I can fix it. I'm just going to have to fix it later. I'm not going to sit here for 45 minutes showing y'all how to get this thing back together. So there we go. We put a screwdriver in, and then I can twist the bottom of this tank off.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's an easy trick. All those tanks that have bottom type that does not have a lock for the airflow, you can just stick a screwdriver or something flat in there, and that's another way to get a stuck atomizer off. If you have an RTA or something on stuck on a mod, you can get a screwdriver in there and pop it right loose. I had to do that. Somebody came over, they had a TFV8 stuck on top of their mod, and all I did was take that and put it in there and popped it right out. I'm guessing that this wick is going to look very burnt in the center. Guessing, because it really tastes that way.
It's already looking burnt.
Yeah, well, the coils are at least.
And Storm, where did you get your Therium?
There's a burn right there. It's a nice burn mark. Yeah, the Therion squonkers are getting harder to find now. I mean, I was trying to look around for for watch, and I couldn't really find anything. I was like, man, usually I can find stuff quick, but it was hard. They were sold out everywhere.
Ooh,
yeah, this one's burnt pretty good. Yep, you don't want to be vaping that because it's going to taste absolutely horrendous. So first we're going to burn this juice off of here. These coils are pretty new, so I shouldn't have to change the coils out at all. There we go. Make sure there's no burnt stuff left up on here. And the difference between this and the Sherman is quite, on the wicking. I think the Sherman's a lot easier to wick than this is. This has these wicking holes. You can see these round holes here. That's where your wick goes, down these round holes. So it's a little, I think you would think they would just cut a channel out. It's a lot easier just to lay your wick in there instead of trying to shove it down in one of these holes, because if you put too much wick in there, you're going to get a dry hit. And you don't want to do that. Let me pre-burn this one more time. I don't want to taste any of that burnt taste. Usually once you glow them red really good, and as long as there's no crust built up on the coil, they come out okay. And we're showing 0.25, which is a little bit high, but that's because I got it really hot. Let's grab a piece of cotton. There we go. That's 2 pieces of cotton. I'll use another one in a minute on the Sherman, so it's no big deal.
Big coil, just stack it.
Let's see, is this 3mm? Every bit. Wow, this is 3.5mm. I have some really, yeah, this must be the 3.5mm jig. Yeah, that's what it is. So these are the bigger coils I actually put in this because it's an OMEC. You can put up to 4mm coils in here without issue. I can't see you even touching the chimney because the chimney's way out here. You can put 4mm in there, no problem. Let's see. Will just be a recording. Oh, you can't go live anymore. Wow. Sorry to hear that, Aries. Let me go a little bit wider since it's 3.5mm. I'm getting pictures sent to me left and right. Slow down, guys.
Gary's sending you some x-rays for Mrs. Scuba.
Some x-rays? Let's see. Oh, ooh. Is that your neck with pins in it? Oh my goodness, I don't even want to see that. Okay. Okay.
That just sounds painful.
Yeah, the x-ray did not look like it felt good at all. That's for sure. So I got a nice big fluffy piece of cotton.
Balls, they have it on Vapor DNA, but I think they've only got like 3 models.
Yeah, that's the problem. They have it at Vapor DNA, but the color situation is kind of off. You know, my big thing is, why would I go buy or pay that much for a squonker with a single 18650? It's defeating the purpose that I'm trying to achieve. If I get a squonker, I want the power there to be able to push some bigger coils or, you know, some fuse Claptons or something. So you need something that's going to do 100 watts or more. And you really need dual 18650 for that. Most of the ones that we own now are single 18650. You know, you got that K-Box 160 that's dual 18650, but it does not do the power that it says it does, and that's a shame. They got in the game early, but I think they got in the game a little too early for their own good. They should do a little more research and made it a better squonker. I don't see any reason why they couldn't turn around and redo it, and you can go, hey, we got it now, but whatever.
I've got mine on order, but it's not liking how that battery sits in there, though.
And I saw that that Fu Chai squonker they're coming out with. You know, it's single, but it takes 18650, 2700s, or 21700s, and I love the way at the very end of that ad they have capable of 150 watts with a 21700 battery. And until they come out with some really good 21700 batteries, I don't think that they're going to take off that good. I mean, so many people are on 18650s now, and everybody just started getting into the 2700s. It's going to be hard to jump up to 21700 then when there's really not that many mods that take them yet. I'm so disappointed about this O-ring, you have no idea. I can take it out and put it on there, but what it does is it leaves the airflow ring really loose, and I'm not a big fan of that. So since this only needs enough cotton to come down basically into this hole, you do not want a lot of wick in here. So I'll just lean this down and see about where that is, and then that's where I cut it, which basically for most of these is right up against the base of the deck here. I'll cut that off, and then I'm going to probably come back and cut off a little bit more, just because this is always just a little too long. So I'm going to come back and chop off just a little bit more. Right there, right there. Let's check this side. Yeah, that's going to be a little too long. Cut off another millimeter or two off of there. It's a very small bow tie now, but it's nice and fluffy. I can get it quicker. So I'm fluffing my wicks by blowing on them now. All that does is really flare these things out on the end. Or you can sit there and pick at it with your tweezers or whatever for a while if you want. But that's gonna, you know, the difference between picking it out with your tweezers and blowing on it to fluff it up is when you're picking it out with your tweezers, you're taking some of the cotton away. And I don't want to do that. I want it nice and fluffy like that. So you want enough cotton in there to cover that hole, but you don't want so much as to where you have to pack it down in the hole, because then you have too much cotton. I always make sure the back goes in front, and then the back goes in first, and then the front. And this should be able to slide in and out of there really easy, which it does. So I know my cotton's not impacted to where it won't allow juice to flow up it. You get it too tight, and then you're going to get dry hit after dry hit and wonder why. And that's the reason why. And see, I'm not even worried about the cotton showing up down here, because as long as it's covered here, you're not going to get flooding. So juice can get all in here and wick up through those wicks, which that's the way I like it. I wish I would have built it that way the first time, but I actually put a little wick down in there just as a test. But that was my first wicking of it. By the second wicking, I do it the way I want it for sure, if it doesn't leak that way. So
Hi, Cassie.
there we go. Now we have cotton all the way around it. Nothing's touching, nothing's in the way. I'm not blocking my airflow at all right here. You don't want anything blocking the airflow, so we're good on both sides there. Now we just have to juice it up some. And I pre-fire these so that they don't taste like cotton once I put it back together. Oh, I'm about to grab the wrong juice. Uh-oh. Did I lose my... Okay, I'm good. Something disconnected and reconnected.
No, you're fine.
This
Yes. Gary had an idea. Can you put the O-ring on the bottom, on the base first, and then put the ring on?
Excellent idea. I tried that. I'll show you why you can't once I put this thing back together. Because I tried that. I was thinking, oh, I'll just put it on the base and then I'll slide the ring over it. You can't do that. So the way I was trying to do it is basically the easiest way, but you have to sit there and fight with it to try to keep the O-ring in there as you slide it back up on the tank. I'll show y'all in just a second. I just got to get this thing broke in really good. I don't like tasting fresh cotton. I want juice flavor right off the bat. What's so weird is when it was burning in my car, it did not smell like Nilla nuts. It literally smelled like vanilla frosting, like really sweet vanilla frosting. So I literally looked around behind me to see if somebody had a cake or something, because I was like, where's the cake at, man? I want some. And it's my own car burning. What do you know? All right, that should be good. I'm going to go ahead and set the top back down on here, because I can still get to that airflow at the bottom, and I'll show y'all what I mean on this thing. Now, it was just a design flaw for them to put that big giant gap in the actual ring instead of putting it on the tank itself. If they would have put it on the tank itself, where's my vape towels at, man? There we go. I knew I had one. Get all this cleaned off. Hey, Minute Man, how's it going tonight? I got a little bit of juice spill. Yeah, of course. I always spill juice. So if you look at this, it's a very slight indentation. I don't even know if you can even see it, but that's... So what happens as soon as you put that on there, it pushes the O-ring to the very top. Every time. See, that there really is barely any indentation at all. Now you can see it in the shade there. Very, very thin indentation. But now on the inside of this, there's an actual indentation that the O-ring fits into, which, as long as the O-ring's in there, you can't really see it. But I'm not going to sit here and fight with this. I will just take the O-ring out and put this together, because I know every time I slide this on here, well, actually it goes this way. The O-ring goes towards the bottom. And I've tried to like halfway slip it in, and what I end up doing was going around the edges here and trying to keep this in.
Have you tried using a little bit of e-juice to move it up?
It's wet right now. You see the juice all over it, and you have to be careful, because what you'll do is snap the O-ring in half. This O-ring is not that thick. There we go. I may get it. It may not take me 45 minutes this time. Wow, I got it in there. Are you kidding me? Okay, last time it took me 45 minutes. I guess I've gotten good at it.
Practice makes perfect.
Wow, and look how far this protrudes. I wouldn't feel bad about putting this on a hybrid because that 510 pin is way out there. Way out there. No. No. Take it and go, son. You're going to do it anyway. My son keeps coming in here stealing drinks. Alright. Now, the other weird thing about the top of this, besides it being really sharp around this, very... I know, right, Ballsonic? I don't know how good the authentic is. I don't have one to compare to. But you have to take the drip tip out in order to get this top off. Ugh! And that top was on there. There we go. Now we can fill it. And hopefully it doesn't leak all over the place. I think it holds 7 mils of juice. Pretty good bit of juice. It doesn't look like it will because the chimney section is so huge. So, you know, that takes up all the room that the tank should normally have. There we go. Not that bad of threads on that. Make sure this is cleaned off here. Snap that back on there. Boom! Let's unlock the G-Class. We're good to go, except the batteries are almost dead. Alright, we're going to see how this vapes, and then we'll go on to the next one. My hand is wet. What is on my hand? There's either juice on my mod or juice somewhere. It feels sticky. It helps if I open the airflow too when you vape it, because if it's closed, it doesn't vape very good.
Yeah, and always remember to open the juice globe too. I know that one doesn't have it, but...
The new tax proposal. Minuteman, if we got time, I don't mind. Oh, man. This is so much better. Wow. This tank actually vapes really good. Even though it has its design flaws, this is the OHMEC, DeMillan. O-H-M-E-C. OHMEC. This is the Kind Bright clone of the OHMEC. So instead of paying, what, 80, 90 bucks, it's like $20, I think. It's a good tank. I mean, I can't stress enough, though, that the very top of this is sharp. I would take some emery cloth and sand it down, and then it's a great tank. Besides that, you got to be really careful about that O-ring at the bottom. So whenever you're going to take the bottom off, don't pull down on the ring, because it'll pop off and you'll have a lot more trouble than I did putting it back together, trust me. The first one is a pain in the butt. Federal e-liquid tax. Yeah, we might need to see that, Vaping Minute Man.
That doesn't sound good.
No, and I'm pretty sure that Mr. Minute Man knows all about it. I'm not up on that news. Oh my gosh, you watched me on 2-speed Aries? You're so cruel. My voice has to sound really weird at 2 times speed. Alright, so the Sherman. Now the Sherman made by Kind Bright is an excellent clone. I haven't found any, hey Vaporzale, I haven't found any issues with this. Threading, anything. So I'm really enjoying this one. The OHMEC, it's also made by Kind Bright. Looks like they cut back a little bit on it. I mean, the screws, the build deck, all that is perfect. The top, not so much. But, you know, I can live with that. I can live with that. Hey, Deshaki. I'm okay. I can live with that. So, let's see. Now, the Sherman is also like the OHMEC. Let's go back to the build cam. The Sherman is also like that. So, this thing will just spin and spin and spin. So, I do the same thing on this, except you really can't use... I don't know if my flathead will fit in here. Yeah, maybe it will. And then I just spin it right off. I mean, it's a really easy way to get these bottom pieces off these tanks that you can't normally take off. Otherwise, they just spin and spin.
I should have done that yesterday.
And it doesn't mark it up or anything. You can put that in there and just give it a little twist, and it's off. So now on the Sherman, since I haven't built this in a while, I would put some new coils in there, but I don't have any ready. But we're going to pop out the cotton. And you can see I pretty much wick this the same way as I do the OHMEC. There's no big differences here. Even though these are only 3mm coils, they're not 3.5mm coils. Just cotton is so old, it's going to be tricky to get out. There we go. You know, and it's the same way like on the Kylan. Wow, that looks burnt. On the Kylan, you know, the Kylan has its little issues with leaking too, but 9 times out of 10, it's one of the O-rings. You got a reload coming. William, the Kylan's airflow compared to the reload, the Kylan has way more airflow than the reload does. The reload has more of a restrictive lung hit. It's a good tank, don't get me wrong. I bought an authentic reload. To me, I don't like using it because it doesn't hold that much juice. It's not that it doesn't have good flavor. It does. Does it, you know, do I think it's the best RTA? You know, a lot of people say, hey, that's, is my tab off by maybe 0.1? Pat, yes, that's very possible that it's off by 0.1. A lot of ohm meters are off by 0.1. If you want one that's really accurate, go to USA ohm meters. They got some really accurate ohm meters over there.
Are they making them?
Huh?
Are they making those ohm meters again?
USA? I don't know. Did they stop making them, Aries? Nice, Aries. Aries is legal now. He can sell stuff. Hello, Big Lou. What is going on, bud? So, I'm gonna burn off the juice that's on here, and the main thing I was saying is you have to make sure that you have enough wick in here to cover all of your wicking right here. You see this big giant triangle? So what happens is if you put not enough wick in there, you'll get juice that bypasses this and you'll get flooding. So it doesn't really matter how much is down in this section, but oh, 3F vape is where I got my, 3F has the authentic Sherman? That would be nice. Hey William, I don't blame you. I have authentic tanks and I have clone tanks. And a lot of times when I buy a clone, it's because the authentic is so hard to get. The reload I got is authentic, but it was a pain to get. You had to go download an app, you had to go download the Vape Block app, then order it, and then hope that it would ship. I mean, we didn't really know about the whole online ordering thing when that thing came out, so I was hesitant to do it, but I did it. Big Lou's a cool guy. I think even though that the only thing I really don't like about the Reload RTA and is the short drip tip. That's got to be my main gripe about that thing. And it wouldn't be that bad, but the top of it is very spliny. You know, you get your lips on that, that'll hurt. So you can take another Goon drip tip or something, throw in there that's got a little bit more height on it, and you'll be good to go. What's the coil reading on the tab against putting it on the G class? Well, we can check that. We can check that right now, Pat. Right now, this is showing 0.25, right? And I'm going to take it straight off and put it on the G class, and we'll see what the ohm reading is. You got to love the G class anyway. So I'm going to fire this so it says check atomizer. And throw it right on here and see how off it is. I'm just going to do a quick fire just so it reads the resistance. So this is showing 0.26. I know it's hard to read, but that is showing 0.26. So it is off by 0.01. That's not a lot, Pat. Now, if it's off by a 0.1, that's kind of a little bit more. So if you were trying to get a 0.4 ohm coil and end up with a 0.5 ohm coil, that's a big difference. But on the 100th section, which is the second number, that's a very small amount between 0.25 and 0.26. I mean, very, very close. That is well within margin of error. Exactly what Aries is saying. I think that's well within margin of error. You know, if you got something that's way off, if your ohm reader's reading, I don't know, a 0.3 and you throw it on your mod and it's showing 0.8, something's wrong. You need to check either your ohm reader or your coils, or there's something very loose. A lot of times if you have a loose post or something like that, it'll throw your ohms all over the place. If you got an atomizer and you see the ohm value going all over the place, 9 times out of 10, you got a loose coil, loose screw, loose 510 post. Something's causing that ohm reader to go completely nuts. You need to take it off and start over. Whether you have to start your whole build over or not, that's good, because these mods that are regulated read your ohms, all right? So if your ohm reading changes while you're vaping it, that's bad, because then you'll be firing. Maybe it thinks all of a sudden you got a 1 ohm coil in there and you're firing it at 80 watts. That will burn you, man. That will be like ridiculous. Where you normally fire a 1 ohm coil, maybe 15, 16 watts. Yeah, that would really hurt. So you don't want that to happen. So if you get any kind of fluctuations in ohms like that, go back and recheck anything. Don't just go, well, I'll just try vaping it. And the 521 Plus, not normal 521 or 521 Mini, the Sifu B-Tab and USA motor, if you still can't find them, oh, I see. Aries just listed all the ohm meters that he recommends. Okay, there you go.
And Pat, if yours is off by 0.2, not 0.02, then you may want to contact Coil Master.
Well, make sure, if it's off by 0.2, not 0.02, then make sure you don't have any kind of E-juice or anything down in the 510. That will also throw the readings off. Now, E-juice is not conductive, obviously, but if it's not making a good connection metal to metal, you might get some weird readings. And like I said, check the post also. Now, I don't know what if you're saying that your ohm reader is off compared to the mod, very, very important what mod you're testing that ohm reading on, because a lot of mods read ohms way off. Use it on a mod that you know is accurate with the ohms. Don't use it on something that's way out of the ballpark. You know, if you're vaping mech mods, this is very important stuff. You need to know your ohms. You need to know, hey, when I build this, this is how many ohms it's going to come out to be, because if you don't know Ohm's law and you build too low, you're going to blow yourself up. Well, you may not blow yourself up, but you're going to vent a battery or something, especially with hybrid mods. People just throw anything on type of hybrids, and that's not something you want to be doing. You can't just throw anything you want on top of a hybrid. This one don't have a battery in it. I was going to fire it, but it's no battery in there. This one's a hybrid. There is no 510, so you're making direct connection with the battery. And this one I got loosened so I can make sure that the goon goes all the way down on there, and then I screw the mod down tight. That way I don't put any dent in the battery. So now this should fire. There we go. Good to go.
Good point,
Exactly, Aries. That's true. It's not just with regulated. I mean, you always need to know what your build is. You don't just throw something. Oh, Stina, it's okay to be late. Anybody can be late. Anybody can be late. Just get here if you can. That's all I'm saying. So what I'm doing now is basically burning all the gunk off your cotton. Now, you can take water to this. You don't want to get water down in your 521 tab, that's for sure. But if you got a lot of coil gunk buildup from vaping, you know, sweeter liquids, you're going to get a lot of crust buildup on here. And you'll know when you go to fire this thing, because you'll have these big black spots and stuff hanging on here. You don't want to be vaping that. Now, it's very important that you turn this off before you start throwing a build in here, because this button is easy to hit. So if I'm putting cotton in here, I'll hit the button and it'll fire. That's how you get burned. All right, so I'm gonna take another piece. This is Muji cotton that I use now. I know people use puff, and they use. I got cotton bacon, and I've got all kinds of stuff. I bought Muji by the Bakulo about 2 years ago. I'm still going through that same cotton. And then they got hacked, and my credit card got compromised. Oh my gosh! Then they sent me a letter. Hey, your credit card may be compromised. I was like, no, it may not be. It is. So I had to get a new credit card. It was a pain in the butt, but I got it done. No big deal. And then supposedly they fixed that and then put their site back up. But, you know, the vaping industry has changed so much in the last few years. It is ridiculous. I mean, going back from the little CE5 tanks and the Pro tanks and everything we were building back then to now. I wish I still had those shows. I never uploaded any of those to YouTube. I really wish I would have, because there's still people out there, you know, there's a lot of out there that are still starting, and they may be starting with stuff like that, and they would like to know how to build a CE5 coil or something, you know, how to rebuild it themselves instead of having to buy them. But now a lot of people don't want to be bothered. Most people that I know don't want to be bothered. They want to go in the vape shop, buy the coil, walk out, they're done. And that's the way that the industry now has pretty much gone with. Even with all these Vapor Beast tanks, they're all just, you know, coils that you can go in there and go, hey, I need such and such for the TFV8. And they're done. They're out of there. So, I'm out of drink. I hate being out of drink. So, and, you know, I think the Beast line is played out. Have I built the Aura as a squonker yet? Munchkin, I have not yet. That, I need to do that, because
I put the squonk pin in that last week.
I may have put the squonk pin in. Did I put it on a squonker, though? Oh, I did! I'm sorry. I do have the Aura as a squonker. I actually have this on a Rio Woodville. These are not cheap squonkers, though. I don't know. I mean, they're still expensive, but wow, it is still vaping like a champ. That popped because of the old e-liquid on there, but that still tastes really good. The inside of a Rio is just like that. Very simple. Rebuild a Pro tank. James, I don't even know if I can find how much wick did I use. Munchkin, all right. If you're building a squonker, the less wick you can put in there, the better. You need enough wick to come down and touch the build deck. That's it. Do not over cotton any squonker RDA that you use. Never ever over wick a squonker. The whole purpose of the squonker is so that you can squeeze that bottle, put your juice in there, and it goes up the wick and feeds your coils. If you're putting an abundant amount of wick in there, not only does it stop the juice flow inside the bottom of that RDA so that it can't move around and get where it needs to go, you're just overloading the cotton with juice, and then your wick's starting to sag. It's better to put less wick. Trust me. Less is more sometimes. Less is more. Build a sub-tank mini. Wow, Jay Gary? See, you're talking about tanks that I've got stored away like in storage boxes. I do have a sub-tank mini. A lot of people, and I know a lot of people still use a lot of them older, like the Nautilus and stuff. People still use that, and I don't blame you at all. I mean, you find something you like, stick with it. Yeah, just put less wick. Just enough to go down there and cover the deck. Now, on the Sherman, let's get back to the Sherman. I do have 3mm coils on here. These are 26 gauge fused Claptons, dual core, 36 gauge wrap. This is all Kanthal. I don't have any nichrome or nickel or stainless steel or anything like that on these. So all you need is enough to wick to come down here basically and fill that hole right there. So you definitely want this wick fluffy. So on something like this, especially this that has the big triangle, you know, the big giant, wow, I can't even, the big triangle wick hole, you want that wick to be really fluffy here. That way it fills that entire section so that you don't get that flood. So I'm going to cut these right at the, I'm basically putting my scissors right up against this. These are Harbor Freight, and these are some of the best wick scissors you can ever own for like $6 at Harbor Freight. No, this is not sponsored by Harbor Freight. I actually buy these, but whatever. Someday I'll buy another pair, just because. So I'm just cutting this nice and even here so it all fits down in that triangle hole there. There we go. Now we have that wicked up. Big Lou the man. Alright. I may need my goggles because, yes, I am, excuse me, getting old and can't halfway see, so let me put my goggles on. I hate to start wicking this and go, wow, I didn't notice that I missed the hole completely. And what I'm doing is making sure the back of the wick goes in there first, and then the front. And you don't want to stuff anything. Like I said, if you get this too tight, you're going to cut off your juice flow. But you want to make sure that it actually fills that entire section. So this should be able to slide up and down easily, but also fill that entire hole at the same time. So I don't even worry, like I said, I don't even worry about it coming down and filling this hole. There's no need for that. I like it this way. The juice can go in there, hit the wick, go right up.
So put enough in to block it on the top.
Enough for the top, right. That's what you're worried about, not the hole in the bottom. You're worried about the top hole being completely covered. If it's not, that's where leaks come from.
Aries, you say something keeps connecting and disconnecting on Scuba's system. What's happening?
Yeah, I know. I don't know what's... it's because I got a USB thing plugged in on the side, and a bottle or something was touching it. You're finished soldering? Okay, well that's good, Dave. The other thing I was saying, make sure that this wick can move up and down good. If it's so tight in there that you can't really... If you have to pull on it to get it to come out, that's too tight. You want it, you know, smooth where it goes up and down really easy.
Okay.
But also fill this. If you get it that way, it's going to wick correctly. If you get it too tight, you're going to get dry hits, really bad dry hits. And I don't know if you're saying you're getting dry hits, but that'll cause it for sure.
Mine was for just a couple of minutes.
Yeah, you know, and sometimes you can get it almost right. And what you'll get then is a period where your atomizer can't keep up with your vape style. If you're a chain vapor and you have this overloaded with wick, you sit there and vape 6-7 times in a row, and all of a sudden it's dry hitting because it can't feed fast enough. That's why you need this loose like this, so that juice can get in there, make it to the coil, boom, it's done.
Yeah, I wasn't having any issues with dry hits. It was just leaking.
Oh, it was leaking. Okay. If it was just the leaking, then you're wicking it correctly, except for the fact that it's not filling that top section. And hopefully I got that covered on this one. We're going to find out here in a minute when I put some juice in here. Otherwise, I'll have leaking everywhere. But I've been pretty good about having the Sherman not leak on me. This needs to be, this is the ultimate tank, but I need to wash this out because I think I'm switching juice on this. So I'm going to wash this out, all the inside, and make sure when you wash these out that you get the chimney section and all that clean too, because that builds up inside here and through the center of the chimney. Usually what I'll do is I'll get a Q-tip right here, and I'll go down through the center of the chimney also and clean that out. So give me just a second, and I'll be right back.
MJ, are you doing DIY now? Oh, while Scuba's gone, Minuteman, I've got your juice. I've been trying it. So I think you're looking for my opinion on it? Yeah, I'm trying, Cassie. I'm not a real talkative person yet. So, Minuteman, I got the
Put my headphones on backwards.
I like that quite a bit.
Oh, you got some Minuteman juice.
I did. So the original, it's a good root beer. I like it a lot. Then I got Insight.
Epiphany? Is that Epiphany or is it called Insight? Or is that Epiphany is a line, isn't it?
Yeah, Insight is the flavor under the line.
I gotcha.
And Epiphany is the strawberry cream. and it tastes really good. It's got a good strawberry flavor to it. So it's got a good strawberry flavor. And then this is the one I found rather interesting. It's come on.
Wow.
It's a Tasty Treats.
Huh.
This one, the Tasty Treats, is supposed to be a. Oh, it says on there. Funnel cake.
Funnel cake.
And
okay.
what threw me off with funnel cake, I'm used to having a bit of cinnamon to it. And this one, honestly, because of the name, I think, threw me off. And I tasted Rice Krispie Treats.
Rice Krispie Treat. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It tastes more like Rice Krispie Treats. But again, it's pretty good. So I like all three.
Hey, Jazzy. Well, that's interesting. I'm glad you tried it. So you do like most of the juice you got. I mean, even though one of them might not be labeled, but you said it was decent juice. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I think it's all decent juice. I don't see, I'm not getting any weird flavorings out of it. Anything weird with the nicotine. It's also working and not burning up or dunking up my clothes and stuff. So it's all good.
Right. So all I'm doing now is firing this until it soaks the juice into the coil. That way I make sure I get the center of that cotton wicked up really good, because if you don't have that wicked up really good, then you're going to burn the center of your cotton. Then when you later you go to change your cotton, all of a sudden you go, wow, I wonder why my cotton broke in half. How was the video quality? Did you hang up? Uh-oh. Wow. Jazzy, I don't know if Jazzy won or they just gave it to him. I mean, I can never tell with Jazzy. I think Speed got knocked offline there somehow. Recovering lost connection. Yeah. We lost Speed. Uh-oh, lost Speed. And this is what he wanted to see. That's a shame. I'm going to turn this back off and we're going to close this up. Make sure that you get the threading right on this. You don't want to cross thread this thing. I didn't clean the bottom of it. I didn't take that in there and clean it, but that's alright. Let's try and get it cleaned up now a little bit. Alright. I'm just going to leave the airflow off for now, I think. Are you back now? It looks like you moved. Yeah, there you are.
Is my sound cutting up quite a bit?
Your sound was cutting a little bit, but I just completely lost you a second ago. Wow, that thing had a vacuum in it. I literally felt this tank pop up when I got the threads unscrewed. You know that your seals are good when that happens, because I closed the bottom and the top went poof, it popped off when I... That's a tight seal right there. So now I'm going to fill this tank up, which is not the best size fill bottle for this, but we'll deal with it. I really enjoyed vaping the Sherman, and I haven't used it in a couple weeks, so we're going to see how this fares tonight. There we go. She's all filled up. I wish they had a different way to close the top of these, because, hello, Jen. Yeah, there is a nice Higgy 6 banner or license plate in the background. Now, you can do this the way that I do the Boreas and stuff and flip it upside down, as you're screwing the top on, and then open the airflow up. Which all that does is basically it forces the air back up through the bottom of the tank and out through your airflow. That way it doesn't leak as much when you close everything back together. Let me make sure I got all this cleaned off. I got juice all over the place. Alright, let's see. We got it open now. We're good to go. Let's put this on the G-Class and see how she's going to vape.
Hey, Scuba.
Yeah.
I'm going to reset my network. I'll call you back in a few minutes.
That's fine. See you then. Back to the main camera. And my batteries are going dead in the G-Class right now as we speak. I gotta grab a couple more batteries. Let me go dip into my collection of batteries. There we go. Positive this way and negative this way, and we're good to go. SX Mini. Why is it showing the stupid chat window? Oh my gosh, and now it's showing that window. Thank you, it's off now. Recipes or it didn't happen? My VC is showing. I know, that's like your slip is showing, right? Alright, let's turn it on now. And see how this thing's going to vape. Is it going to leak? How's the OMEC doing? Which, the OMEC is sitting over here laying. It was actually laying on my desk, and it hasn't leaked any at all. Laying flat on my desk. So, that's a good sign. So now we're at 80 watts and we got a full battery. So, let's try it now. Excellent. Love the flavor I get off the Sherman. You know, people that like really rebuilding RTAs and stuff like that, you really can't go wrong with Sherman, the OMEC. I haven't tried the King tank, so I don't know on it. I still love the Boreas for the price. Great tank. I don't have the Boreas 2. I'm not one of the big reviewers that get stuff sent to them, so I have to buy my stuff. So, but I'm going to get a Boreas 2 as soon as it's available to where I don't have to wait a month to get it. And also, the Mod Father. I'm really digging the Mod Father. The Mod Father I have on top of the IPV Eclipse. Do I mess with Nick salts? I have tried them, MJ NAR. I can't say that I've, you know, I don't, does Juul use Nick salts? I think they do. So I have vaped the Juul, and they had some at the last vape event I went to, and I tried some of them. It's a different type of vape for sure. It's almost kind of a, it's like an energy drink versus a cup of coffee. Yeah, Dolores, I won a mod tonight, and I was going to piff it, but it's something I don't own. And I was like, well, since I don't own it, I'll put it with the rest of my Vaporesso stuff. So, this is actually vaping really good, and it's not leaking a drop out of there. There we go, even though it's not going to focus. There we go. Nice clear shot. What could that possibly be? What are y'all talking about? Okay, anyways. So I do have giveaways to do tonight. I only have one Higgy's code because apparently I missed somebody's code a couple of weeks back. So I gave her one of my new codes just because I never saw where I emailed her code, and I don't know how I missed her email, but I did. What did I win? I won the Vaporesso Attitude. That's it. Thank you, Dolores. Attitude Kit. I couldn't think of the name of it. Vaporesso Attitude Kit. That's how much I remember stuff. Your Eclipse died after 12 days? Really, Creed? Wow. I would be irate. You know, I don't understand. Yeah, I got a new attitude. There you go. I got a new attitude. I don't understand why your IPV Eclipse died. I've had mine way longer than 12 days, and I haven't had any issues. You might have got a bum Yeehee chip, and that's you know, I guess that happens with all mod makers, but that's weird that you had a Yeehee chip that died. Oh, well, Higgies, I could use one more 65% off code because I gave one away because of one that I failed to send from before, apparently. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, I'm missing one 65% off code, so Yeah, run it. And I don't mind. We can do Higgy 6 first if y'all want. Please do, William. I've always wanted to see Vegas. Never been there. Never been to Vegas. That'd be cool. Just to go out and see Vegas. I'd love to see, what is it, the Bellagio that has the fountains? That's what I really want to see. And the MGM Grand and all the shows they have there. That'd be awesome. Okay, talk to your coupon man, Higgy, and we'll see what happens. And as far as I know, I'm still doing the giveaways for Coilmaster. Now, he comes in and talks to me usually once a week and just says, "What's up, bro?" But I don't know if I never know if he wants me to stop the giveaway. It's hard with Wang. It's like, it is pretty Higgy. There he is. He's calling me back now. Let's see if I can answer his phone call. It should come right back up. It didn't come right back up? Aw, drats. Alright, let's remove this window region. I gotta do it all over again.
You've never been to Vegas?
No, I've never been to Vegas, ever. You know, the only state I've ever been to is, that's far out, is Texas. And I only went there to pick up my son. I drove to Texas and drove back the same day. Wow. It was crazy. So from Georgia to Texas and back in the same day. And I literally stayed in Texas for 5 minutes.
Wow.
Long enough to get him in the car, and I was out. $5 for Scuba's fan. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've not been to anywhere on the West Coast. California, Nevada, any of that over way out west, never been there. I've been 350. Look at Aries, 350. Oh my goodness. Well, there is a new, for the people that are wanting squonkers, Tony B is coming out with that Pulse bottom feeder squonker, and it's going to be less than $50. I think I saw the pre-orders for it for like $39.99. That's great for a squonker.
Where's that on pre-order?
Where's what?
Where is that on pre-order?
It's cloudscape or something.com. I can look it up later. I think it's cloud something. If you put in Tony B's BF Squonk Mod or something, it's like the first link. It'll say cloud something something. That's the one. And they have them on pre-order right there.
Looks interesting. Yeah,
it is an interesting mod. It's weird though, because I wanted blue, right? But the blue, they sell like a, it's not really blue. I forgot what color they call it. If you want blue doors, you have to order the doors separately. So I figure if I bought one, I'd get it black with gray doors and then just buy the blue doors. That way I could just swap them out. And then I'd have doors, I would use both sets of doors for it. Brad's Vapor has it. Okay, there's another one. See, people are on this. They know. The Ploozy mod, oh my gosh. Jay Gary, that was hilarious over on Fagan Show when they were talking about the Ploozy mod. The Ploozy! I guess some people can't pronounce Pulse. I don't know why, but,
Yeah, maybe a little bit too much to drink.
No. I could see where I could have too much to drink, but no, they didn't have too much to drink. What was another one we needed to do? We did the Sherman. We did the OMEC. The Aura was I'd already had it done. That was the main ones I wanted to get done tonight. But we got to do giveaways and stuff. I'm still vaping the original coil. Thank you, Dolores. That's it, the Cloudy Vapor. I'm still vaping the original coil inside my Penguin. It probably needs a little more juice now. As you can see, it's getting very low.
You've had that in there for a while, too.
Am I saying blue, or is that their blue? Yardbird, you're hilarious. Okay. Yeah, I've had this a while, and I mean, it's not like I may vape it every day, but I might only take 5 or 6 vapes off it each day. I don't count, but I'm not vaping it hardcore. The first day I got it, I did. I vaped it a lot.
Scuba, the Cloudy Vapor is showing that the mod is in stock, but it says it's a pre-order.
Exactly. It is a pre-order. They're supposed to come out the end of this month, so I don't know when they're getting them in, and I don't know if they're going to be the first company to get them in. So that's the hard thing. Which company do you go with that you know is going to get it quicker? I couldn't tell you that. I mean, I guess Tony would know more than anybody who's going to get them first. I didn't even look at Brad's Vapor, so if Brad's Vapor has them in stock, then I would go that route. This Penguin, you know, for a beginner vapor, I think this is an excellent product for just a beginner that needs something in their pocket. You know, instead of them having to smoke a cigarette, whip this thing out, get your vape on, man. Get your vape on.
Is that a pure mouth to lung, or is that like a restricted lung?
No, that's why I said this is perfect for a beginner. It comes with 2 coils. One of them is mouth to lung, and one of them is direct lung. So you buy the coil that you want the airflow for. So when you get it, you get one of each coil. So if you like the direct lung more, then you buy more direct lung coils. If you like mouth to lung, buy mouth to lung coils. It's that simple. The coils, I mean, this whole section here pops out, and the coil just sticks in the bottom down here. So you can take, now I can't do this with my finger because I don't have fingernails, but let me go over to the build cam. So on here, you normally would stick your fingernail under here. This whole section pops out, and there's your coil right there. That's it. So when you buy them, they come as this whole little section piece here. You don't get just the silver. You get this whole section, and you just pop a new one in there. And then there's your fill. This over here is your airflow. Don't fill it in this hole because it will come right out the bottom. So the middle is where you fill it at. And it's not really made for one of these size bottles, that's for sure. But I do need more juice in there. I'm going to try to get this bottle to work. And you don't want to overfill it by any means. Make it in the hole. I've already made some come out the other side. Bad Scuba. Because I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, see, what happens in here is you get air bubbles and then it flows over to the other side. There's an air bubble in there. It's still air bubbling on me. There we go. Now it's open. Go down in there. So I got juice pouring out of the drip tip. But that goes away really fast. I mean, basically your first hit and that's gone. No slurpy. And it's really good on battery life. I haven't had any issues on battery life. I mean, what are we at now? I'm at 3. Oh, okay, I've been vaping it for a while, so I got 1 battery light left. I'm getting close to none. I like when you first hit it, then it goes, oh, let's check the battery level. Yeah, you're low, bud.
Yeah, what I was talking about there, the reason why I was asking is I've been running into people that need a transition between mouth to lung and direct to lung.
Go this route, dude. Yeah. You know, I've tried a lot of starter kits, you know, the iCare and all these other little starter kits. I think that this one, for the price, which retail is 23, 24 bucks for this, you can't beat that, dude. You can't beat that. They don't have to worry about buying batteries. You plug in a USB cord that it comes with, and it charges. It's that simple.
That and a bottle of juice, and
they're good to go. Yeah, that and a bottle of juice, and they're a vapor now. It's that simple. These are the limited edition whatever kits, but you don't have to buy these weird. Yeah, I did see the iCare 2 Aries. I was supposed to be getting one of those from Origin Vape, but they never sent it. And I'm definitely not going to email the company and say, hey, y'all never sent me an iCare. I'm not doing that. He said he was going to print the email out so he didn't forget, but I think he forgot because they already have them in stock and I still don't have one. So
I just sent him a gentle reminder for that.
Eric, well, I mean, I guess I could say, hey, Eric, y'all have these in stock and I still don't have one, bud. Just saying.
Yeah, that'll work.
But it's cool. You know, I'm not, you know, I don't care. I could just buy one. I don't care. I'm wondering if the iCare even comes close to what these. There's David Higginbotham himself.
David!
I don't know if the coupon man got the message about doing the other. Oh, I need to get the bot going if I'm going to do any giveaways. Let me get my bot going. I'm such a dodo some nights. Okay, the bot is loading up, which takes a minute to load. It's ridiculously slow. Because I don't like just typing winner in chat. I like hitting it, and then it just tells you who won. And then I can see when they type back. I don't have to look through chat to see it. It just shows up in my bot. Whatever they say back, I see it. Just loading.
What are you giving away tonight?
Tonight, we're obviously going to do 2 bumper stickers. We're going to give away 2 65% off coupon codes to Higgy6, which I only have one, but apparently I may be getting another one from David because I had to give one away to a... thank you, Jennifer. So, okay, I got the second code, so we're in good shape. And, why is it making me log into my bot? Are you kidding me? This is being so slow. It's never asked me this before. Allow. Okay, Nightbot. Yeah, Nightbot. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. There we go. Let's see if it starts picking up people now. Maybe it's not even in the chat. Let's try a final offer. 1 food stamp and $3. I got it. I got it, Higgy. Let's see if this works. Christmas. If the bot answers back and tells me how long last Christmas was, then we'll know it's in here. Otherwise, I got to tell it. Oh, there we go. So the bot is awake, and now it's picking up people. Right now it has Cassie, David, Higgy6, TBD, Glass House, and Vapin' Dave's. So everybody has to type in chat to be in any of the giveaways. What should I give away first? Speed Triple? I'll leave it up to you. You forgot to claim your code from last week, Richard? Oh, y'all are killing me with the forget to claim. I don't even know. Oh my goodness. Yeah, what do you want me to do?
Start off with a bumper sticker.
Okay. Yeah, Spindy, look, read that more carefully. Christmas countdown. 8 months, 28 days, 20 hours, 7 minutes, 48 seconds ago. Because I had it set down to count 2016 right Christmas. Either. So that's yeah, that's last year's Christmas.
Christmas was over 9 months and 22 days ago.
There you go. That's why. Is that what it said? 9 months, 22 days, hopefully.
No, it said 8 months and 28 days.
I don't know why it's off by a month, but okay, whatever. Hey, Dave. All right. So, what we're going to do first is the bumper stickers. I'm running out of bumper stickers fast, guys. Them things, if I do 2 a week, that basically gives me 14 giveaways. So I have a period of 14 weeks I can give them away, and then I run out. I'll have to order more if y'all are still interested in bumper stickers at that time. If you've already won a bumper sticker, piff it so somebody can get one that don't have it. How about that? So let's run for the first bumper sticker, and that winner is going to be... How many people do we have in the giveaway first? Let's see. We have 26. I'm going to give y'all just a second. If you haven't typed in the last 5 minutes or so, type something in chat. I'd hate for you to not be able to win if you were looking to win a bumper sticker. Oh, you put I trust you on Jen? I'm bidding $20 on the fan. Y'all leave my poor fan alone. It's cool like that. Limited edition bumper stickers, yeah. Alright, couple more seconds to let y'all type. I even have the old cherry bomber. I hadn't even put this up yet. I still got a cherry bomber mod hanging out. The famous cherry bomber that got 8 gabillion views. You know, if I would have had my channel monetized, I would have got $600 and something for that video. Oh well. Yeah, I didn't have my channel monetized, so I made zero, nada, which is okay, but I didn't realize it was going to do like that either.
That
All
might
right.
be a public service announcement, though.
Yeah, it was just a public service announcement. That's exactly what it was. And I have people almost every day saying, "You're stupid if you'd put that in your pocket." Blah blah blah. They come at me almost every day and say that, and I'm like, really? If I don't cover the people that was going to put it in their pocket, then I'm doing you a disservice. If I don't say that, then that's like me going, yeah, I know y'all are not gonna do it, but you know, no. I mean, and I made that video in 5 minutes. People are critiquing me like I took 10 hours to make that video. I literally turned on the camera and said, blah, 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 done. I was in and out. And that was it. And 2.5 years to 3 years later, they're still commenting on it. And I'm like, dude, it was forever ago. But whatever. All right, let's roll the first bumper sticker. And the winner, yeah. I think Pat already has a bumper sticker. But we'll see. Oh, Pat didn't get a bumper sticker because he don't have a car to put it on or something like that.
Get a car, Pat.
Look, will you guys get the hell out of here, Scuba? I knows I need the fan. Oh my goodness, y'all are crazy. Hey Jim, you probably already been in here for a while, but I just now saw your name. Pat, would you like to claim the bumper sticker? Or are you gonna piff the bumper sticker? Let me know. Can I piff the Higgies? You can do that, Pat. That will save me a lot on shipping. You can definitely piff the Higgies. They don't even have to give me their address. I could bring it to them tomorrow. Higgies can get a nice Scuba bumper sticker. Hey, I have a Higgies license plate. I think they need a Scuba's bumper sticker to put over the top of the license. No, to put beside the license plate. Let me roll another one. Are you kidding me? See, she would have won anyway. She would have won anyway. So, you did the right thing by pipping to her, but I'm going to roll again because she already got one. How's that vape meat coming? Tandy is coming really bad. It's really bad. Y'all want to have a vape? They want to have a vape meet in my front yard. Are you kidding me? It is big enough, don't get me wrong, but it would attract a lot of attention. A lot of attention. Let me roll again because Higgy already has one. And I think Glass House already has one. Awesome, Pat. Thank you. Well, I mean, it's not like I spent a lot of time on the bumper sticker. And I definitely got help from Richard with that because he made the bumper sticker look even better. But it's cool. I don't even have one on my own car. I feel bad for not having one on my... I don't have the original at all. Those are all gone. So whoever got the original Scuba bumper stickers, y'all are lucky because y'all are the only ones that got one. Like a Woodstock, the Georgia version. There you go.
You should have kept one, Scuba.
Okay, Glass House, I know I should have kept one, but I'd rather give it to you guys. Don S. I don't know if he's won one. That would be a new one, I think. The lag on this is crazy. Creed, try refreshing, bud. Freeze is in very big trouble right now. What happened with Freeze? I don't know what's going on. Oh, you heard about that? Okay, I did not hear about it. So y'all are the first ones to let me know that Freeze is in trouble right now. We were all going to hang out and meet up. Tandy, I didn't know nothing about that. I didn't know anything about that. Did Don say anything back yet? No, Don S has not said anything. Don S to the white courtesy phone. Don S to the white courtesy phone. Reroll, you already got one. See, I can't even keep track of who all. I should be writing all this down. Hey, blah 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 1-1. Yeah, I believe MJ Nar already owns one. Whoa, what did I just do? I just went to my Black Ice Challenge. Really? Back up.
You did the Black Ice Challenge again tonight?
No, I already did the Black Ice Challenge thing a long time ago.
Yeah.
They never did winners on that. I thought they were going to do winners on that. They're really slacking on that.
Yeah, I know, you should at least get featured.
Who is Freeze? Dave, Freeze is the guy that runs Vape Mania, and what's the other one called? Vapor Slam. He basically organized him and I can't remember the other guy's name right now. Oh, he hasn't oh, okay.
Wasn't this a topic of discussion on Mod Envy about a month ago? And they looked into that, and there was just one that he was working with.
Yeah, that's crazy. Piff, you don't need anything vaping. Okay, MJ, I will re-roll it, bud. Thank you very much. Dave, my man. Dave. If, you know, Dave may want a bumper sticker. Don't know. It does have his name up there. I don't watch Mad Envy. Well, Aries, I'm not even going to go there. Reroll, you got one. Everybody's got one now. I'm going to have to find out who. I'm going to have to find a winner that doesn't. Vaping Dave's. I know he don't got one. I bet you Vaping Dave's don't got one. What's up, Albie? Dave, that was a bumper sticker. You said you already got one. Can you understand the words? Okay, gotcha. I thought you had one, Dave. I wasn't sure. I re-wrote because he said he already had one. You don't have one. Well, Vaping Dave's, if you would like one, oops. You're just going to email me at this email address right here that the bot is going to show up in a minute, and make sure you put your full address on there, and I will send you out a bumper sticker, bud. Congratulations. I will send you the version 2, which is probably the best version. It's got the big scuba diver, and it looks cooler, so that's the one I'm doing. That's the one I've been giving everybody that wins now. I'm giving them the new one. I do have the older version, but I'll give those away later if I can't, you know, if I need to and I don't have any. Awesome, Vaping Days. That's both bumper stickers, right? Yeah, Iggy 1-1. Okay, I do need new. Don S, I've been needing new glasses for a long time, but I can't see a thing. Whoa, I just made them worse. Are you kidding me? I made my glasses worse. Now I really can't see. Good job, Scuba. Alright, so now let's do the 65% off Higgy 6 codes. I have two 65% off Higgy 6 codes. Y'all know that this is not free shipping. If you're in the US, it's usually about $3 shipping. If you're in the UK, it could be $90. No, it's not going to be that much, but I think it goes by weight if you're overseas or something. So be aware of that on the 65% off coupon code. But I think Higgy's did a nice thing because they took away free shipping, but they added 15% more off. That right there is basically paying for the shipping, guys. So I can't see how that was a bad deal at all. 65% off, that's nuts. Dave Munchkin already has a bumper sticker. Look at Aries, and the winner is.
I know, he keeps trying.
I already sent Aries a bumper sticker. He already has. Somebody won a Nazi Squonker?
Huh?
Yeah, I just got a Facebook message. Somebody won a Nazi. How come I can't win nothing like that? Oh, wow, that's who sent. Oh, are you kidding me, Albie? Oh, my God. Look at that. That is bad to the bone.
Well, show it.
I will try to show it for you guys. Let me see if I can get a picture of it. Hold on a second. Here it comes. This is from Albie. He won a Nazi Squonker. Look at this thing right here. And it's like... wait, I gotta tell it. Oh, I gotta change the settings so it'll show up. Not exclusive. There we go.
Ooh, that is nice.
Look at that. I mean, that's like perfect for Albie right there. Look at that thing.
That is.
And that's a Squonker.
That is nice. Congrats, Albie.
And Nazi makes really good mods. Nazi, everybody calls it something different. I don't know. Maybe it's Nazi. See, and he even put N-A-Z-Y when it's N-A-S-Y. Because I think it's pronounced that way too, Nazi. Even though it looks like Nazi. So, I don't know. Pick away. But yeah, that is an awesome Squonker, Albie. Congratulations, man. That's bad to the bone. I like that.
That is cool.
Let me get back to my chat window. Oh my goodness. No, that's the wrong window. This window. There we go. And let's bring this back up and this back up, and now I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Got it. That is an awesome mod. You know, it makes me want to go and order one of those. You know, he should have put his name on there. Yeah, you shall not smoke. Aries, that would have been awesome. You shall not smoke, just like, you know, you shall not pass, but he put you shall not smoke. That would be awesome. Thank you, Vaping Daves. All right, so we're going to do the 65% off coupon codes to Higgies sooner or later during the show. I'm getting to it. Right now, we're going to roll the first one.
I'd laugh if Jen or Dave's name pops up on that. Oh, too funny.
You just said it. David Higginbotham, would you like a 65% off coupon code to Higgy6? I think it should be double when it's like that. It should be... No, we expect you to pay that other 35%, David. I'm just saying. That is hilarious. I think he would want a piff. I'm just guessing right now, but I think David wants the piff. I wish I had something else I could go here, but I don't have nothing else to give him. You'll take it? All right, let me roll. Let me roll again. Ooh, yay, I rock. I'll take it. I've never seen that before. Scorpio. Would you like a 65% off coupon code to Higgy6?
David, do you need to order Jim's DVD?
Yeah. Higgy6, there you go, Jen. Higgy6 expects you to pay the extra 35%. Scorpio says he will piff. Look at all these people piffing, man. I just knocked it loose again. I gotta watch my feet. Because when I do that, it probably knocks out my my sound from my headphones. Creed, you have won the 65% off coupon code. He just typed lag test. Well, the bot sees you, Creed, if nobody else. Oh, he put your name on the side? Well, Albie, you should have shown that. You should have showed from the corner. Piff to Creed, really? Okay, Creed. Creed piffs to Creed, so I think Creed won. I'm just saying. So as long as Creed piffs to Creed. Congratulations, Creed. If you need my email address, I can make sure the bot pays it. The The bot, what did I say? The bot puts it up. There we go. Thank you, Speed. We both put it in there, so that's going to piss the bot off, but it's all right. You're very welcome. There we go. There's my email address. Make sure you email me, and I will send you over the coupon code either tonight or tomorrow morning. Probably in the morning, I would guess. It has his pick. David, you're right. It has his pick on there. It's like, that's like perfect for Albie. That whole Gandalf pick right there, that's like Albie all day long. He looks like Gandalf for sure.
I know, that was a really cool picture.
Don S., I will check on your coupon code from last week. If I owe you a coupon code, I promise you I will get you a coupon code, Don S. Even if I have to strangle David for it, I will get you a coupon code. I'm pretty sure I mailed out both of those last week, but I will double check, and I can't do it right this second. But when I get off here, I'm going to look you up in my email. I don't know. This is what I'm going to do, guys, because my normal email gets mixed in with all the winners, so sometimes I get confused. I'm going to make a whole new email address just for winners. And I had one, but I don't use it. So I'm going to make another one that's just for winners. That's it. Because that way I don't get confused anymore with all the junk email and everything else. Jim, I will be one of the first to tell you that Nazy makes excellent mods. And they stand behind them 100%. You have a problem with it, send it back, they'll fix it. Trust me. I would not hesitate to buy a mod from Nazy. If you do decide to buy a mod from Nazy, make sure you use the coupon code 3DOG. I believe that takes off 10%, brings it down even cheaper. So just use, the number 3, DOG, boom, you're in the house. Nazy will give you really good deals. He always does. So if you talk to him, I know Munchkin got a squonker from him. If y'all saw, I don't think I have that picture handy, but if y'all saw the squonker she got, that thing looks bad to the bone. And the good thing about it is it's a dual 18650 squonker. It's not a freaking single 18650. It's dual. That's what we need in squonkers now. We need a squonker that has more power. All these freaking single 18650s just don't cut it. And almost every one, even including this one, even though it's great for what it is, it's a single 18650. So I have to build according to that. So whatever coil I put in here, I usually put it around 0.4, 0.5, because the single 18650 works really good at 0.4 to 0.5. Considering the ohms plus your voltage, it comes out just about right for that perfect vape. If you have dual batteries, you can really crank it up. What is on my button? I got vape crud on my button. All right. Amen, Tandy. There you go. Amen. So I do have, and I know David has the TFV12. There's my TFV12 in all its glory, sitting on top of the V-Fang, which is a decent mod. I really wish they would change. I need to see if they got a new firmware. There, Munchkin just posted a picture of her Nazy squonker. So if y'all want to check it out, go there. Look up Nazy mods on the internet. It'll take you right to his website. He makes 2700 mods, 18650 mods, dual 18650 mods, you name it, he makes it. So
that is cool, Munchkin. I like that. I like that color a lot too.
Minuteman, do you want to call in now and tell us all about this new tax? Because I honestly don't have a clue. If you want to call in on VC, I don't know if you have VC, but you should. And then I'll let you preach your story, bud. I'll even turn the music off so you can tell us all about this tax that I don't even know what is. It's some kind of federal tax they're going to try to put on vaping. I have not stayed up to date with it. But he has. David that's in here is on the chairman board something or another of the GSFA because we're in Georgia. What mod was that? This mod that I just held up, Vape King, this is a Rio Woodville. This is Coco Bolo wood. So Coco Bolo is a little bit more rare of a wood, so it costs a little bit more. I think this mod is like 160 bucks. So this costs a little bit more. Oh, he's got my number because he's calling right now. He's like, I ain't gonna waste no time. Let me get you right there. Boom. What is up, my man? All right.
Hey.
Let's see if I can add you in here. We're going to add Mr. Vaping Minuteman in himself, and I hadn't done no giveaways for yours yet, and we're just trying to... Whoa, why did it copy all that? Oh, my God. I got to fix that. Why did it do his window like that? That is ridiculous. All right. Wait, where okay, let's remove that one. Oh, I removed the wrong one. Dadgummit. The beauty of broadcasting right here, folks. All right, let's see. Let's grab you. All right, I got you in there. And it puts both of them up when I do that. Why does it do that? Okay, so I need to remove this one. Thank you. It did it right that time. Okay, now we grab speed again.
You'll get it figured out someday.
Someday. I mean, hey, I'm working on it. I mean, there we go. Now we got speed added in there. Let's get him back over here. And shrink his window down a little bit, and then flip his text back on top up here, and there we go. I think we got it. I don't have nothing for Vaping Minuteman yet, except his logo over there. That'll work. All right, tell us all about this. Wait, let me stop the music. We don't need to hear music while this. There we go. Now, tell us all about this new federal tax that you were speaking of that I don't have a clue about.
Well, it was just on the congressional record. And for people that don't know, hold on a second, let me pull up the chat, because...
Why did speeds disappear? Oh, wow, oh, never mind. It's old. I'm watching old stuff. It's bad lag.
I had to pop out the chat so that I could look at my Facebook.
Okay.
But I had, last night, for anybody that watches the... Vaping Legion.
No, but okay.
If anybody knows the Blacklist, they're the creators of the Blacklist. So you've heard of the Blacklist.
Yes, I have heard of the Blacklist.
They're actually very big when it comes to advocacy itself. And one of their members, Sherwin Mina, he was on last night and he was talking about it. And I hadn't heard about it yet, but in Congress, anytime someone presents a bill, it gets added into the congressional record. Well, to make a long story short and to make a boring story short, for people that don't like advocacy, there is a Senate Bill 1837 was added into the congressional record. Now, what's going on with that is the simple fact that because we are now considered a tobacco product,
right?
They want to tax us just like tobacco, aka equal to tobacco.
Okay.
And
do they want to tax everything, like equipment, liquid, everything?
Just e-liquid.
Just e-liquid. Oh hell, I'll make my own then.
But they're including DIY. I really think they're going to include DIY supplies.
Oh, that's some bullcrap. That's impossible for them to do. Flavoring nicotine is not made
they
just...
Can go after the nicotine.
They can, now, okay, I agree with that. They can go after nicotine, but they cannot go after flavorings. That's impossible. Then
right.
you'd have
I'm
bakers
not saying the flavoring.
raising hell.
Yeah, I'm talking the nicotine itself, but here's the thing. Right now, they're only estimating $1 per 30 mil. This is what Sherwin's saying. I disagree. What I honestly believe it's going to be is, I believe they're going to multiplier scale as to what level nick you are in, and do like $1 per 30 mil of this nick level, and then you multiply that for each nick level you go up. Now, mind you, this right now is all just conjecture because all we've seen is that the bill has been produced. We haven't seen the actual bill itself.
Okay, so even say they produce this bill right now, and then it goes up, and say it passes, then we still have another 2 years past that before it goes into effect, right? No,
that will be an immediate tax.
That's some immediate bullcrap right there. I'm just saying.
18, because this is proposed to go in for the 2018 budget.
So the day that goes up, the day before that goes up for vote, I'm going to buy about 20 liters of nicotine. I'm just saying.
Yeah, bad idea.
Bad idea? Well, I mean, it's just...
Not a bad idea.
Oh, not a bad idea. Yeah, well, see, and I'm glad he brought this up because we had this scare before. When they first started this whole FDA thing, we were worried that if they did anything, they were going to tax or try to take away nicotine. When all this happened, I bought a bunch of nicotine. And what's happening again? I'm going to buy a bunch of nicotine. It's a never-ending cycle. You know, if you're going to DIY, that's the one thing. It's like, man, if you don't wean yourself off to zero, I'm stocked up too, Carrie, but can I ever be too stocked up? I don't know.
And I want to respond to Creed.
Mm-hmm.
These are, it's not just my opinion. These are opinions looking at what the current tobacco tax rate is, which is $16.77 a pound of tobacco. So $1 per ounce, which is a 30 ml bottle, $1 per ounce of nicotine, which is roughly a 30 ml bottle. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
but
they
see,
could
most DIY folks they buy 100 milligram nicotine. So how are they going to judge that?
Exactly.
See, that's my whole thing. This would be the V-Fang, the Snow Wolf V-Fang Vape King. I don't know if they have an update for it or not, but there's no brightness adjustment, and the screen is too bright, so the black looks gray. That's all I'm saying. I'm with her. What, Tandy, you're with her? What? I don't even...
but if nothing else, I mean, Scuba, the thing is, if nothing else, this is just something that we definitely need to approach. Because if we don't look at this,
right,
and we don't, this is where the vape industry has actually done wrong. We have, throughout the years, been reactive and not attacked things early. We always wait.
We haven't been proactive. We're reactive. Yeah, I get that completely.
This is more of a proactive move to get out there and actually kill this before it even starts. Because, I mean, the people that came out with it was Franken, Brown, Sherrod Brown. Let me see. I'll pull up the rest of them. Dick Durbin was one of them. But I will actually, for anybody that wants to actually look at the congressional record, if you feel like it, it's on page 40 for anybody that wants to look at it. I posted it in your live chat for anybody.
Okay.
But in all honesty, it's just something that we need to, in my personal opinion, through my experience in politics, this is something we need to go ahead and be calling our senators about. Kill this before it even hits the floor.
I agree with you. I agree with what you're saying, but in the end, it's all about money. It's always about money. I mean, do you really think the whole vape community is going to get together and dump the money into the right spot, because if it's in the wrong spot, it does you no good, into the right spot to make this all go away, I doubt it. I doubt it.
No, but calls do make a difference, especially this year. This year and next year, if this does not get passed by January 1 of 2018, and it would not start January 1 if it doesn't pass, then they would actually have to put in there how long after the actual passage it would start, which they may already have that in the actual bill.
You just told me it was be immediate, because I was like, if it passes, and you said it would be immediate. Now,
if it's passed by 2018 budget.
Okay.
This is for the 2018 budget. But if it would not pass by then they would have to have how long, which is normally about 2 months, is all you would have. That's what I'm getting at.
I just can't see this. I cannot see this going through by any means or stretch of the imagination. I know that it's up there, but I don't think it's going to make it. I don't think it's going to make it.
So there's a couple of things on that. So one is, and I agree with what Harry's saying.
Keep talking.
It won't make it in the 2018 budget. We're too late in the year, and the government moves too slow. And David's bringing up some information in regards to it's got support on one side but not the other.
Right.
So it may be DOA.
That's what I'm hoping.
The last thing I want to do is stir this up with my own congressmen, because they'd be totally in favor of it.
Well, the thing is, especially the Republicans, because I'll be honest with you, it is a Democrat-Republican battle right now with this issue. And especially the Republicans, they need to be let known, hey, we're against this tax. This tax will be an undue burden to the industry when we're already being taxed on the state level. And that's the reason that, and I'm going to mention with Creed, Creed, the reason our 250,000 plus calls did no good was because Obama was in office. He was against the vape industry. Bottom line. That's why those calls to the White House did no good. His administration was the worst administration that we could have ever had for that, to be honest with you.
In fictitious character, I agree with you. The fear-mongering is getting old, but at the same time, what it comes down to is there's not enough known with the public about what vaping is. Most people don't understand what vaping is. I watched a news broadcast this morning, and the news show was talking about how bad vaping is for you. And they were portraying it as extremely bad. But at the very end, in a lower tone, in a very short sentence, they said, but it's better than cigarettes. And they just left it short like that.
And, here's the other thing. A lot of people are considering what I'm telling you as fear-mongering. It's not a sense of fear-mongering, whereas more what it is, it's not fear-mongering when you're telling the facts. When you're telling this went into the House or into the Senate, this has some support already when it was just introduced. And, you're telling facts and just saying, look, this is how other industries do it. I've been involved for over 18 years in this in not this industry, but in politics. I know how politicians handle it, and the earlier you get on something, the quicker it's going to hit. And I'm not saying, I'm also responding to TBD, I'm not saying that Trump is totally for it, but he's against regulation. That's the key. When you're against regulation, and that's all we've been going through with the FDA.
That's the other bad thing. This isn't state by state. That would be, U.S. wide. That's, I don't know. I just,
Yeah, that's the problem, you know, because I'll tell you right now, I'll use West Virginia for an example. We have a 7.5 cent per mil tax. Okay, that doesn't seem like a lot. On a 60 mil bottle, that's over $4. On a 60 mil bottle, a $4 tax.
Right.
And you wonder why cigarettes are so high? It's because of the federal taxes on cigarettes. People don't realize that, you know, the reason ours are so low is because we do not have that tax from the federal government that is allowing us to be able to give a lower price. And yeah, on a 120, it's around $9. And West Virginia has the 7.5 cent a mil tax. So Aries, it's happened in other states. It's happened in states at 7.5 cents a mil. And the sad part is, some of our, yeah, I'm going to be flat out honest. A lot of our advocacy organizations, they'll say, well, 7.5 is better than a big tax. Yeah, but I'd like to see no tax at all. Because once they add it on there, they're going to keep adding to it.
Volume took a crap? Well, I turned his volume down because they were telling me turn the mic down, and I turned it down a little bit. Now you're saying it's too low. Make up your mind.
So fine.
There, I turned him back up just a little bit. I thought I was loud. He might have me beat.
I can't help it. I project. I used to be a singer, so I automatically project way too loud. And I'm trying to back off the mic a little, too.
Dude, I get that every day. I mean, everybody's like, oh, my God, you're so loud. I have to take my headphones off when you're talking. And I don't try to be that loud, but I'm just loud.
They're saying Minuteman's quiet.
I turned him back up some. If he's still too low, let me know. I can turn. Y'all want to hear him loud again? I'll crank it up. I don't care. There we go. Now he's loud.
It's not that it's an actual. Right now, it's going to happen no matter what. But at least if we are proactive, get out there, let them know, hey, we know this is there. We need to be able to fight and make sure that this is able to be battled. That's what I'm getting at. We need to let our voices be heard now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so past all this, man. Why can't they just let it go? It's just, it's a constant fight for our right to vape. It really is. And it makes me sick to my stomach. They don't do this against cigarettes. Why are they, allowed to sell cigarettes like by the gabillion, but yet we can't vape in peace? I don't understand that.
It's because most people think that vaping is smoking. They don't understand the difference.
Yeah.
Okay, but I don't hear them going, oh my God, smoking, blah, blah, blah. I don't mind if I have to get sent outside to vape. And I usually, I always, if I'm at a restaurant or something, I go outside to vape where all the smokers are. I don't particularly care to smell it, but I'll go out with all the smokers and I'll vape. I don't care. But don't try to take it away. Just, you can corral me with the smokers, fine. But don't try to take it away.
And honestly, the reason that they don't attack tobacco to the point of putting them out of business is because they legally cannot do it. Under the Tobacco Control Act of 2009, the tobacco companies, in order to get some of the agreements that they got for it, they had to have them put in that they could never ban tobacco. Bottom line. Yeah, and that's the sad part about it. They had to agree to that before they would agree to them doing that. So they covered their butts back in 2009. And yes, they own a couple vape companies, but let's be totally honest, you know, a vape company that's making, say,
Oh, there we go.
$200,000 a year to big tobacco, that's not even 1% of their budget.
My question is, who gave them the authority and what proof do they have to even label vaping as a tobacco product?
I agree with you. The reason they do it is because of the nicotine, which a lot of people don't realize. You know, I don't have one up here that
There's
I could
nicotine
use.
in potatoes, nicotine in tomatoes. Give me a damn break. Freaking nicotine.
Here's
nicotine,
the thing
caffeine.
a lot of people don't think about. I don't have a caffeinated pop up here right now, but nicotine does nothing more to your system than what caffeine does. It releases dopamine, calms your system down. That's the exact same things caffeine does. That's why if you vape, you can get rid of a headache. That's why when you drink caffeine, it helps get rid of a headache.
Don S., I agree with you. You're saying you calling will not do a thing. But if you call and the next person calls and the next person, then it will do something. It has to be a lot of people. And then they go, wait a minute. We need to do something about this. If it's just one person, no, they're not going to care. They're just going to throw it out. But if they see an abundant amount of people, they have to do something or they're going to lose their place in office. It's that simple.
See, Brittany, I agree with you. Vaping is not in my opinion, it's not a tobacco product. However, it has been labeled as a tobacco product in this country. And a lot of people do believe that smoking is bad for you because of nicotine. And because vaping contains nicotine, and when you vape, you get something that looks like smoke coming out, people assume that it's smoking, and it's just as bad for you. They don't understand that burning tobacco and the carcinogens from burning tobacco is where the real problem is. And the vaping doesn't have that issue because nothing's really burning.
And, you know, I'll admit, Aries brings up a good point. The Sodera case did do a lot to making us a tobacco product. But, once again, our old Attorney General didn't help that any when he automatically, you know, I'm sure for anybody that watches YouTube, a lot of people have watched Good Mythical Morning. He went on Good Mythical Morning and slammed e-cigarette, e-liquid. And, you know, first off, I'm going to tell you right now, in my personal opinion, the use of the word e-cigarette, the use of the word juice, those two uses has hurt us more than helped us. That's my personal opinion. But the second we got connected with an e-cigarette name, as well as using the word juice instead of liquid, both of those caused issues. And they tried, yeah, I'll go ahead and talk about that because that was an issue. But the Enjoy case, when they tried to make them a medical drug device, that is what allowed it. But again, politics is perception. They have to use something in order to be able to say, this is what's going on, this is why we're against this, and the nicotine side is what they use as a perception. You have to think 8-dimensionally when you're thinking of politics. You have to think of the perception, you have to think of the truth, you have to think of what 7 other people would think in order to know how to word your political argument. And that's why you use the nicotine rather than using the cases, because not very many people know about the Enjoy cases, but what allows people to perceive it is the side of the nicotine. And that's where a lot of people went on it. And that's what you have to remember. You have to remember everybody's arguments, in all honesty. And to be honest, I would have rathered we've been a medical device, to be honest.
Oh, it's muted. Dumb. Okay.
I would have rathered we've been a medical device, because then some of our e-liquid supplies and some of our mods could have been purchased with insurance.
All right. You probably never will hear me say the word e-cigarette, but this is what I want to know. What should we do? What should we start calling this? Personal vaporizers? What should we start calling our devices then? If you don't think we should call them e-cigarettes, then what? I think if enough people start saying it, it will catch on, and then we can get away from the word cigarette, because I don't like the word cigarette in it either.
I actually like, a lot of people are going to tell me that it's stupid to use this, but I actually like the term that's in the Tobacco Control Act for the final rule. Electronic nicotine delivery systems. Or just mods or vapor devices. Just don't use e-cigs. Simply because using that labels you as a cigarette. And it gives someone that perception that it is a cigarette.
Gotcha.
That's the way because I like when it gets to be a big name. I hate to say it. It's the truth. But then you also have to make it a common term name, which vapor device or, a nicotine system, anything like that. Because I'll tell you, I hate to say this, but Big Tobacco, they're putting out some decent, not great, not generation now, but they're putting out some of our 1 or 2 gen systems now. I mean, they're putting out like 2015 January, and they're putting out that type of device now. I like that, Brittany. Harm reduction vaping device. I like that. Or personal vaping device. I like both of those names. But that's the whole thing. You have to look at it from those different perceptions. And the only reason why, like I said, I am totally, I want to see this taken care of early. I want to see it not even make it any farther. And that's the whole thing. Now, mind you, I just heard about this midnight last night. I haven't had a chance to find the actual document. So, but people need to be made aware that it is out there already. And that's the reason I'm promoting it without reading that.
You brought the awareness up, but I think we all need to take a look at it a little bit closer and see what's going on.
Yeah.
And Scuba, I just want to throw out a reminder out for you. It is getting close to 10 o'clock your time. Did you have another giveaway to do?
Yeah, he had the 2 for our site. By the way, did you want to go ahead and tell what you thought of the ones, or have you not had a chance to taste them yet?
He did. He did. Where was you at?
I had a terrible night.
Let's build something. Look at y'all. Y'all just want to stay up all night long. Y'all don't even care.
So I did like the liquid. The one is really good. I like the root beer flavor on it. The Insight was really good, and it had a good strawberries and cream flavor. The Tasty Treat, to be honest, tasted more like Rice Krispie treats than a funnel cake. I was expecting
everybody gets different taste flavors from that.
Yeah, and that's me. That's how I taste it.
That one, that was the original flavor of what everybody thought it tasted. But what wattage do you vape at?
Anywhere from 50 to 80, typically.
That's why you're getting the Rice Krispies. From about 90 to 150, you get the funnel cake.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, now we are informed, or at least we're told about what may be coming in the future.
That's all I'm trying to do is make people aware.
All right. Cool. All right. Let me go back and I guess we're going to let you off the phone call, and I may go back and build one more thing to keep these people happy, and I'm going to do the giveaways for yours in just a few minutes. How about that?
That sounds good, but I'll go ahead and head out of here. I will see you guys later.
All right, thanks, man. All right, now.
Yeah, I got the top of my head. But...
I got the top of your head. Hold on, let me see what I got. Oh my goodness, that looks terrible. Let me remove both of these and then I'll add you back in. That was weird. All right, let's get this added back in. I apologize. Let's see, screen capture. I don't know why it does this. It's like, let me do what I want to do, and then it just does it. All right, let's put you right back right there, and let's move your text back up again. There we go. Let's center you a little bit. Bingo, gotcha. All right.
There we go.
Now, all right. Now, the people that are in chat, y'all can either listen to what Minuteman had to say. You know, this wasn't like to sway you one way or the other. This was just to inform you about what was going on. I haven't even heard of this, so you know, that's up to you guys. I'm not trying to stuff stuff down your throat. I know how people are like, I don't even want to hear this. You know, that's fine. I understand that completely. Some people don't want to hear about it, but you know, if it's something I don't know about, you're more confused now than you were 15 minutes ago. I'm sorry, TBD. I don't know. Some people probably took it in and go, you know, hey, let's watch this. That's all I'm thinking. We need to watch and see what happens. I mean, so much is going on with the vape industry. I can't keep up with it either. Especially the politics part of it. I'm way out of that. It seems like we keep on funding all these different variety, you know, groups, and you don't know where your money's going. Is it helping? I don't know. I don't know. You do what you want to do, guys. That's the main thing.
And Dave, I'm the only one that polishes this little chrome dome.
There you go, fictitious. Listen to Dimitri. What's Dimitri saying? I've seen you say that twice now. I like David's insight and opinion on this.
David was actually trying to talk about that a little bit in the chat, and I bet he brings it up again later on this weekend.
That's fine. That's fine. You know, and then tomorrow is the big who knows what's going to happen day. I'm not even going to go into that, but, you know, if y'all want to look up on YouTube, 9/23/2017, there's a lot of videos about it. A lot of videos about it. Some of them are really stupid. Some of them are interesting. I think it's interesting. Do I know what's going to happen? Nope. Is anything going to happen? Don't know.
There's a couple of theories about tomorrow. So one of them is this biblical, the stars are lining up a certain way. And another one is this planet that's supposed to be in our system. It's supposed to strike Earth.
Now, the planet that's supposed to be entering our system has supposedly been debunked by NASA. So that Zephori or whatever planet is supposed to be not true. Now, the star thing lining up, that's supposed to be true. And it isn't. If you look at it that way and perceive it that way, then you'll probably believe that it is Revelation 12. Whether or not it's true, I don't know. Don't know. Nibiru. Thank you, Timekeeper. That is it. Nibiru. Supposedly, NASA's said, no, there's no such thing, but whatever. I don't know.
Well, and it makes sense, though, because what NASA said is, if there's another planet in the system, which, for the way everything's being described, it would have been in the system for years already. One is, we would have seen it. Now, people are saying that it's an all-black planet, doesn't reflect any light, so we wouldn't see it. But the second one is gravity. So as it travels through the system, the gravity is going to have an effect on the how we rotate around the system. It's going to pull everybody else's rotational pull out of alignment. And that hasn't happened.
Oh, man, we get to fly? We'll be, like, weightless? We can fly and stuff?
That'd be cool.
That would be cool for about 5 minutes, I think. Till you get up to about 200 feet, and then it goes back to normal. And you freaking drop like a rock.
That would suck. That would suck.
That would suck bad. Oh, I can fly. Then you go, oh, you know what? I'm going to go up really high. And then it stops. That would be really bad. Splat. It was fun for a couple of minutes.
Or you get up to about 30,000 feet and don't have any air.
Who knows? Yeah, I mean, if that so-called planet that, like I said, NASA said there's no planet coming near us. I don't know. You can't believe anything nowadays. So you guys do your own investigation on that stuff. I can't go in.
And here's the thing, though. I mean, if there's a planet out there and it's going to hit us, it's going to hit us. What are we going to do about it?
Not a darn thing. We could hit it with nukes, and all it would do would break it up into chunks and make it hit more places. That's about all it would do.
If it even did that, it's a real planet. It probably wouldn't even break up the planet.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it depends on how hard you hit it and how big it is. If it's really big, what are we going to do? We hit it with a nuke, and it's going to be like, whatever. It wouldn't even hurt it. So, yeah.
Enjoy life.
Yeah, enjoy life while you can. That's the way to do it. Oh my goodness, I get some of the most interesting chats. Okay, Nibiru was supposed to have hit us back in December. We're still here. You know what, Brittany? I believe you. There's a lot of misleading stuff that you can find on YouTube, without a doubt. There's a lot of misleading information, and people feed off of that to get you to watch their videos. They're like, hey, this is what's going to happen on this day. They get like 8 million views. They don't care. They made their money. They're good to go. Yeah. You know, whether it's true or not doesn't matter. If they get you to watch it, they've done their job. Done. The Modfather.
You doing a build or a giveaway?
I might do a build. Have you built the Modfather? No, the Modfather is very similar to the OMEC. Very, very similar. I mean, either it's kind of like the Rummamizer Plus, and I know you have the Rummamizer Plus now, and I haven't got your take on what you think of it so far, because I know you've been vaping it in 10 mil. Yep, there you go.
I love this thing.
It is. See, you don't have to know why. It's because it has direct airflow to the coil, and there's two reasons why that tank is so good. Number one, direct airflow to the coil. Number two, it's big around, so they can condense the chamber that you're vaping from so that you get more flavor. So instead of them making a really tall tank, they've made it wider and shorter, so you're closer to the coil, but it still holds a lot of juice because of the fact that it's wide. And it's a really good tank. I mean, I've always liked this. It's just I got so freaking many of them. Have I got enough time to grab some food? TBD, go grab you some food, man. Whatever I say is not important anyway, right? So you're good. So I'm probably gonna re-wick the Modfather just because I'm not gonna put another build in there, but I think we need to re-wick it because I like vaping the Modfather. It's one of the ones. Mutes the flavor. What mutes the flavor, Jazzy? That's what I want to know.
The size, Jazzy?
In what capacity? Fictitious character. I recommend the Rummamizer Plus in either RDA, 5 mil, or 10 mil. If you go to 20 mil, you're going to lose flavor. Believe it or not, it doesn't lose a lot of flavor at 20 mil, but it does lose some.
I got this thing in 10 mil mode, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah, 10 mil mode. This is 5 mil mode.
The flavor coming out of it it's actually pretty good. It's not on par with the OBS Engine Nano.
Then you need to go, if you go to 5 mil, you're going to be like, oh my God, it's like the OBS Engine Nano. It's just that much more closer to the coil. And I keep trying to tell people, the further you get away, the more flavor you're going to lose. You're losing flavor.
The nice thing I like about this is I can take it out. You know, I fill it up, I can take it out, and I can be gone a couple hours, and I can chain bait the thing. I may drain the batteries, but I'm not going to empty the tank. That's what I
Right.
like about it.
Exactly. Exactly. It's a great tank. It has been for quite a while. I know I sent one to Spy Goat, and he's been vaping the bejesus out of that thing. Really like that one, and I did not think I would like the Mod Father because I got the Voltrove. The Voltrove is this big brother. This is a big, serious tank. I mean, no question. I probably need to rebuild this someday because I never gave this enough consideration. Because of the fact that it's so big, nobody's going to want it. It don't fit. Build the Zion. The Zion was on top of my... Oh, just see, that mod, when it falls over, you better move out of the way. The Zion was on top of my Rio Woodville, and I moved it because I used it. Wait, is that it? I see one black mod. That might be it. That is not it. That is the
build the rose. Just the rose.
Whoever says build the rose, they're just messing with me, man. They know I hate the rose. With everything in me, I hate the rose. The rose is the worst, one of the worst tanks I've ever owned.
Which one do you hate more, the rose or the silent?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would say the silent.
You got to build that thing.
Because the rose, you can build and get the vape okay, even though it's really hard to build. The silent it's just a piss poor design. Hell, it's laying here on my deck. I mean, why would you make a tank that falls apart like this? No, just no.
Have you even touched that since you last tried building it?
I built it twice. Both times it leaks like a flood. And I've tried to put as much wick as I could possibly get in there, and it still sucks. Do what?
As Yardbird's taken off. Have a good night, Yardbird.
Night, Yardbird. See, people are ready for me to get off at 10, and when I go on longer, they're like, I'm out of here, man. I can't handle this extra time. I'll stay on till 10:30. Goodness gracious, guys. You know, one that I didn't like is the Low Pro. The, what is it, the Goon Low Pro, or whatever, whoever makes the Low Pro?
Oh, the Goon LP?
Yeah, the Goon LP, that's it. Didn't like it.
That looks like a pain.
It is a pain. I think that they tried to condense it too much, and it gets really hot, and it's a pain in the butt, and I don't like it. What is... I'm not touching anything! My computer just randomly disconnects stuff. The Mage RDA. I don't have the Mage. Oh, somebody was asking about the Druga. And I do have the Druga right here. I believe that's the Druga. Is that the Druga? No, that's the Mesh. I grabbed the Druga to bring up here just to show what the Druga looks like. This must be the Druga. This is the Druga. Alright. Let's see if I can show off the Druga.
And you know, I've got
there you go.
And I have yet to build it.
You have not built the Druga yet. The Druga is actually really nice. I have not got any, you know, Ogvape makes some good stuff anyway. They already make the Boreas, which I'm a big fan of. Good Lord! Ugh! The top cap was on there really tight. So, the cool thing about the Druga is it has it's a two-post design, and these posts you can use your fingers to tighten. Now, I do suggest going back behind that and then tightening them up with a screwdriver or whatnot, but the actual posts are a split design, so when you put this, you can basically lay your coil down in here. You don't have to stick it through the hole. You can lay it down in the holes and then tighten. These are top caps. When you unscrew them, they come all the way off.
Oh, wow.
And it's got a really deep juice well. It's a decent RDA. Really good airflow on this thing. Nice dome cap, which condenses the flavor.
Did it come with a squawk?
To play with a who?
Did it come with a squawk pin?
The Druga does come with a squonk pen. It does. I'd have to find the box because I don't have the squonk pen in there right now. Now, this is definitely not a hybrid-friendly one. You can see that 510 pin barely sticks out. Now, some of the newer RTAs that I got, like the OMEC, stuff like that, have really protruding 510 pins. You could actually throw that on a hybrid, vape it fine, no problem. I don't have the Boreas 2, so I don't know how good it is. If it's anything like the first Boreas, then I like it. Very plain and simple. I doubt it's going to be as cheap as the Boreas 1 is now. The Boreas 1 may even drop in price. $16 though is freaking cheap for that time. I mean, I got 6 of them, and I still vape these every day, just because I like it so much. What do I think of the new K-Fun? DeMillan, that's an excellent question. If the K-Fun Prime would be the new K-Fun that's coming out, if I was a big mouth-to-lung vapor, I would probably all over the new K-Fun. And I've still, even though I'm not a mouth-to-lung vapor, I think it's going to be a good tank, but it's made towards the mouth-to-lung guys. I saw Todd do, he showed the K-Fun Prime live today. I was in there while he was showing it. And I was like, Todd! And then everybody gave me crap, okay? I want y'all to know right now, everybody gave me crap. And then he admitting to messing up after everybody tried to say, oh, you screwed up. No, I didn't screw up. I watched him. Okay, this is what I mean. If you're familiar with the K-Fun 5, right? You know how on the very bottom of the K-Fun 5, there's a ring. You have to push it up, and there's dots on there. 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, 4 dot, 5 dot, to let you know how big the airflow is, okay? And you turn that ring to whatever dot configuration you want. The more dots, the bigger airflow, and then you lock it down into place. That's how the airflow works, okay? The K-Fun Prime is exactly the same way with the airflow. You push it up, you turn it to the dots, okay? Well, in his live video, he unscrewed the 510 pin and pulled off the bottom part, all right? The bottom part is what has the numbers on it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then when he put it back on, he just stuck it back in there and screwed it back together. Okay, did he make sure that those numbers lined up with the holes that were on the RTA? Because if you don't line up number 6 with the biggest hole, then it's not going to be right. So I said that in chat, and people were giving me crap. Todd knows what he's doing, blah, 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 blah. And then he came back and said, I had it right. And then not 5 minutes later, he was like, I'm just kidding. I totally had it wrong. And then I was like, I told y'all that he screwed up, because I saw when he took it off, he turned it and laid it down. Then he put it back together. It was off. I knew it wasn't right because he turned it to the highest setting and he had very little airflow and couldn't figure out why. I was like, dude, you didn't put it back together right. Trust me. Anyways, that's what happened. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But after that, I was like, see, I told y'all I didn't put it back together right. You were right. I were right. Scuba, I were right. Yeah, the V4, you know, I got a couple of the V4's balls, and it's not that it's a bad tank. I'm not really into mouth to lung, guys. I just can't. I'm not into it. I'm really scared on this Penguin. I haven't put the mouth to lung coil in here, but I do want to try it. I got to see if it gives me a true mouth to lung vape that is still flavorful and gives me a good vape, even with high VG juice. Because right now I have 80% VG juice in here with the direct lung coil, and this vape's really good for just a turnkey device. I didn't even move, and I heard that disconnect and reconnect. I didn't even move. Hey, Vape King, I agree. Todd makes mistakes. And it wasn't like I was trying to be mean. I was trying to tell Todd that so he didn't get mad and go, when I turned it to 6, it's got crap for airflow. I just didn't want him getting mad and give it a bad review. I wanted him to put it, because the viewers made him take the 510 pin out. So I'm like, hey, just make sure you line it up correctly when you put it back together. That's all I was trying to tell him. I wasn't trying to make him mad or make viewers get crazy. I just was like, hey, do it the right way and you'll be in good shape. And he fixed it, so everything's cool now. Because it's in the shape of like an octagon, right? So if you put it together wrong, you got, you know, your tank that's got small hole all the way up to big hole all the way around the octagon. So if you take this section of the octagon and you spin it and you put it back together and screw the 510 in, then they're not lined up with where the airflow should be. That's all I was trying to explain to them. And people gave me crap, and I was like, dude, I watched them do it, but whatever. And then they end up going, oh, you were right. And I was like, yeah, I thought I was, but whatever. Anyways, we got 9 minutes left, and I know you got plenty to say, so go. Yeah. You got juice. You got juice from Vaping Minute Man, and I think I guess I could do the giveaways for the 35% off code for Vaping Minute Man. Wait, is it 20? It's 20% off. I'm sorry, 20% off Vaping Minute Man, which is minutemanvapors.com. And Speed Triple got some juice in, and he is digging it. So I'm going to roll for the winners, and if y'all don't claim it, that's your own bad. I'm not going to. Niji is the first winner. I'm welcome for the bitching. I gotta get those two. I'm not muted. I'm talking. Hello, hello. Speed Triple's not muted either. He's just not talking. See, he's still not talking.
I'm not muted.
No, you're not muted. I hear you. It's 20%. Congratulations, Niji. Niji says Piff. I will re-roll it. Thank you, Niji. Vape King. Yep. Vape King.
Yeah, I'm just not talking a lot.
Wait a minute. I saved his damn link. I know I saved it because he gave it to me last time and watched me not have the damn gun.